Hey everybody, here's a video on playing Ode to Joy by Beethoven. Now this is a terrific book, and that's the version we're going to be playing from. But we're going to take their version from How Leonard Guitar Method Book 1, and we're going to modify it a little bit. We're going to add to it to make it more musically enriching, more fun to play. Okay? So, here's what they give us in that book, and I love that book. I use it with lots of my students. I'm happy to sell you a copy. Here's their version from the book. Now here's how we're going to play it. You need a C chord and a G chord. All right, more fun, richer, fuller, allows the guitar to do what it does best, which is combining chords and melodies. In fact, this approach could be called the chord-melody approach to playing Ode to Joy by Beethoven. If you can play a C chord and a G chord, you're all set. Now, the G chord you're going to need for this song involves ring, middle, and pinky, okay? Ring finger on the fat string, middle finger on the fifth string, and pinky on the skinny string. Believe me, you're going to need that for this particular song. If you don't know this G already, if you're not comfortable with it, now is the time to get comfortable with it, okay? So you could still hear the melody in my version. Clearly it was Ode to Joy, right? But instead of simply playing the melody note, I'm playing the melody note with the chord tones underneath it. Easy, right? Sure. Okay, now you're going to see the tab on the screen here. That tab is going to help you quite a bit. If you can't exactly see every finger position I'm doing, don't worry about it too much. The tablature is there to help you. Okay, so the song starts off in a C chord. We're going to strum. We're not going to strum on the fat string. We're going to strum the 5 skinny strings, or the 5 remaining strings. And it's super important that the listener hear that skinny string loud and clear. What I do is I hold my pick pretty loosely as I strum until I get to that skinny string. And then I squeeze it just a little bit tighter so that skinny string pops. Hear that? Okay? Now the second note is simply the open skinny string, but I'm going to keep my C chord in position here. Here's my second note. So far I have. Okay? Now I'm going to keep my C chord down, but I'm going to reach over with my index finger. First string, first fret. And then pinky, first string, third fret. So far we have this. Slow motion. C chord. Notice these two fingers have stayed there the whole time. One reason to keep them down is hopefully those two notes will keep humming quietly in the background as I go on with the melody. It's nice to have that nice hum there in the background. Now keep that pinky down right where it is on the C chord, skinny string 3, because what's coming next, the G chord. Strum the G chord. Make sure that skinny string pops out at us. Hold the pick loosely, and then squeeze it a little bit tighter when you get to the end. Okay, keep that G in place, but index finger, skinny string, first fret. Skinny string open. Notice these two fingers are still down. And finally, pinky, second string 3. Let's review that. We're on the G chord now. This is the second measure of the tune. G chord. First string, first fret. First string open. Pinky, second string, third fret. Okay? Third measure. Back to the C chord, but I'm going to strum the C chord this time, and I'm not going to include the skinny first string. In fact, sometimes if I want this to occur, I actually deaden out the skinny string with my middle and ring, or even one finger. So I'm not, even if I do hit it, it's going to sound like nothing, right? So C chord with no skinny string. Second string, first fret again. Second string, third fret with my pinky. Skinny string open. So we have skinny string open again, second string, third fret pinky, and a G chord, but I'm not going to include the skinny string. I'm ending on that pinky, second string. Okay? Now there's a 5-minute video on playing the first line to Ode to Joy by Beethoven. I'm going to play it out one time here, maybe 2 times through. If you like this approach to the guitar, and I hope you do, we can play tons of tunes together with this approach, the chord melody approach. In fact, if you already have a copy of this book, let's you and I talk about how we can play a lot of the tunes from this book with this technique, this chord melody technique. And if you don't have a copy of it, I'm happy to sell you a copy. I got a million of them, okay? All right, let's get down to business and wrap this up. Ode to Joy, the first line, which by the way is almost identical to the second line of the tune. And the second line of the tune is almost identical to the fourth line of the tune. So if you can play this first line, you're well on your way to mastering the whole song. Okay, here it comes. And thanks for watching, everybody. Here it comes again.